And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to race number 15 of the NNSCRA Season 5 Oreo Truck Series. We are here today at the Monster Mile Dover International Raceway as we get ready for the running of the Lucas Oil 200. On the pole for today's race is going to be rookie Dom Capps, still looking for his first victory of the season, but he seems to have gotten things turned around just a little bit. He ended up racing his way into the Oreo Truck Series All-Star race. We'll see if maybe he can pick up his first career NNSCRA victory here today. Alongside of him, a guy who's on a mission to get the points lead back, and that's Dylan Poteet starting on the outside of the front row. Poteet ended up losing the points lead to Sean Henley at the end of the first half of the regular season. Since then, he's been trying to run Henley down. He now comes in only 2 points back from the driver of the Best Buy Ford F-Series. We'll see if Poteet can get back the points lead here today. Adam Chambers going to line up on the inside of row number 2. Chambers comes into this race 4th in points. He's on a mission to make NNSCRA history by making his 5th straight Oreo Truck Series chase for the championship. And alongside of him is going to be Nicole Williams in the 23. She comes in 21st in the points, trying to see if she can get her luck turned around for that team. Time to get these cars rolling off, or these trucks rather. Sean Henley not starting up near the front. Not sure if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing for the 43. We'll find all that out in mere moments. As the command to fire the engine has been given, these cars will roll off, complete a couple pace laps. While they do that, we will show you the starting lineup for today's race. Will someone be able to conquer the monster, or will the Monster Mile eat up the possible chase hopes of a driver here today? Maybe early on to say, but you never know. Things have happened early on in the season that have taken a driver out of contention even as early as now, as here's your starting lineup. We're at a new Dover than we've been to in the past. This is the revamped 2009 version. And I did not tweak this track, so we're going to see just exactly what kind of racing we're going to get here. These drivers coming into a track that they know nothing of. They've had no time at all to be able to learn this track's ins and outs, but we're going to find out how they'll do. The green flag is waving here at Dover. Dom Capps going to use that early advantage on the inside line. That's no doubt about it going to be the line that will move. And Capps will go to the front. Adam Chambers going to move to second. Sean Galligan now moves into third place. And now a battle on for fourth, as Poteet just cannot seem to get anything going on the high side. He's now losing fourth position to Carter Keselowski. Now losing fifth place to Chris Dollerton. He's about to lose another spot to James McLeod. It's a 3-truck breakaway at the front of the field. Capps, Chambers, and Galligan. Dom Capps, Adam Chambers both have not won yet this season. Galligan, however, has been to victory lane twice this season. Once at Castle Gorge, and then a second time at Talladega. He's going to now look down to the bottom of the racetrack under Adam Chambers, and wow, Chambers just seemed to willingly give up that spot. I don't know if he got loose or not. Keselowski not going to pass it for third, and the yellow lights around. Caution's out for the first time today. First time today the caution flag will come out. There it is. Flagman has it in hand, and Dom Capps will lead us under our first yellow. This caution. Whoa! Whoa! Capps spun it around! Capps just spun around the leader, trying to slow up for the wreck with Kyle Sosnowski and Sky Commons, and he just ran into the back of the 7. Commons is now stuck on the apron there. Trent Dunham's got damage, but the leader just spun out trying to avoid the wreck. My goodness. Dom Capps, who started on the pole. Oh, Nick Eggleston's got damage ahead of him. He was involved in whatever that incident was, but my goodness, who would have thought it? Dom Capps just lost the lead. He's now having to pit. Whoa, what in the world? Jacob Cook's coming down pit road, but Chris Dollerton, I think he went on the right side of the commitment cone. Dollerton, I don't know. Oh, Gallagher just got spun the front straightaway. What in the world is going on here? The leader, which was Dom Capps before, he spun out trying to avoid the wreck. Gallagher now, who was leading under the caution after Dom Capps ended up having problems, he just got spun out. What is going on here? Caution waves for the first time today, and already it's impacting a lot of drivers who started up at the front of the field in this race. So we'll look back at a replay, but good gracious, what is happening here at this track? Well, let's try and see if we can find out what triggers this wreck. They're saying it's somewhere around in this area with Dylan Poteet, Sean Henley, Kyle Sosnowski, Nicole Williams. They were almost 4 wide in this corner here. Henley, I think they were 4 wide. Yeah, they were. Henley was to the inside of Nicole Williams. They were 4 wide here at Dover. And the contact's going to begin right there between Kyle Sosnowski and Sean Henley. They go up into Nicole Williams and Dylan Poteet. Oh, man, it flips the 23 up and into the catch fence. That's above the catch fence. Hope the fans are all right as Poteet's car went upside down. Points leader Sean Henley right there in the middle of this. He's going to go up. He's going to get the outside retaining wall, but I think he's going to get through this relatively clean. I don't know. Seth Cole, he hits Nicole Williams as she's upside down. There's Sosnowski upside, or not upside down, but Dylan Poteet's upside down. Nicole Williams' car goes into a barrel roll. Ryan Acosta just barely going to try and get through this thing. There's Colin Welty, Luke Walker, both facing the wrong way. And then they're back here with Nick Eggleston. Charles Jackson gets flipped upside down. Barney Ward, Richard Johnson. Who else is back there? That looks like Alex Tanker in the 18. Rod Houston. Trent Dunham. Jacob Cook. Eric Burton, our winner from last week at Charlotte. He's involved back there. I don't know if he really was involved or if he just was slowed up. Felix Harris in the 78's behind this. So is Sky Commons. Look at this. And a big thing that really a lot of drivers tell you about Dover is that with that inside wall on both sides of the racetrack, there's not a whole lot of room to be able to maneuver through a wreck. And there is Poteet. There was Henley. I don't know if Henley got through it or not. But we got to take a look now. There's Dom Capps. He was the leader here. Now watch this. Coming down here, the wreck has already happened on the front straightaway. And watch what Dom Capps does here. Apparently, Sky Commons and Kyle Sosnowski hadn't been able to slow down. Look at this. Both Gallagher and Dom Capps, they're slamming on the brakes. 24 cars brakes just locks up. And he's going to slide into the back of Sky Commons. Gallagher, Carter Keselowski, they all slammed on the brakes. And fortunately, the brakes just locked up on the DuPont Chevy Silverado. And my goodness. Dom Capps, and he was running in the lead. But then, as if that's not enough, Sean Gallagher then inherits the lead because of this. But let's see here. He ends up getting turned around by someone up here. Oh, he gets nailed by Eric Burton. Right here, coming onto the, I believe this is the front straightaway. Watch the 33 on the high side. Our winner from last week, Eric Burton, right here. He's just going to run into the right rear of the Blue Deuce. And Gallagher now has some pretty significant rear end damage. This is absolutely crazy what's going on here. But I guess the only way to settle it all out and figure out what happened is to go to the restart. Because right now, I'm not really sure what to think, seeing all this stuff that's happened under the caution flag. Well, we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. Sean Gallagher, even with that damage, he is still staying out. I highly question that, though, because he got nailed pretty hard in the back of that Miller Lite Dodge. You can just see there, it's a huge dent in the rear bumper, and I would highly question whether or not that could cause some tire rubs back on the left and right rears. Anyway, he's staying out as the leader. Got a few lap down cars in Nick Eggleston and Kyle Sosnowski, but drivers out after this incident are the following. Nicole Williams, Colin Welty, Eric Burton, last week's winner. He won't be able to follow up with a second win of the season here today. Dylan Poteet, Second in points, he's out. 36th. Charles Jackson's out. Kyle Sosnowski's actually 3 laps down there, but he'll pick up some spots after we go back to green. Seth Cole's out. Also, the points leader, Sean Henley, is out. So the drivers came in first and second in points. They're both out of the race already, and also Jacob Cook and Trent Dunham have retired. Boy, I'm absolutely speechless here. This is not exactly the way I was expecting this race was going to start off, but it has started off this way, and we're going back to green on lap 8 of 20. Sean Galligan going to try and get around Nick Eggleston and the lap car of Kyle Sosnowski as well. Christopher Martin's getting held up right there behind Sosnowski. He's got to get out from behind him as soon as possible, as Galligan's going to go to the lead. Galligan, even with all the damage he's got there on the back, he appears to be up to speed. He got away from Carter Keselowski. And Keselowski's now left to battle with Nick Eggleston. That's not for position. That's actually Keselowski trying to get around well, I was going to say the slower lap car, but he doesn't appear to be slower. He's just a lap car, is Nick Eggleston. As Galligan is out in front. Now Adam Chambers has used the Nick Eggleston machine as a pick. Oh, caution's out. Caution's waving again. Oh, there's a spin again in this corner. Oh, boy. The leaders could be coming up on it. No, doesn't look like it. Fortunately, not like what we had in our first caution, where the leaders came right up on the wreck. Galligan's still going to be the leader. Chambers is now second. Christopher Martin's moved his way up to third. And then I believe it is James McLeod and Dylan Young, the top 5. And this time the caution is for Felix Harris in the 78. Anthony McCrory as well. And Danica Shirley. My goodness, the guys who are running well in points just cannot do anything right today. John Citadino's got damage. He may have been involved as well. But Danica Shirley, third in points, and the rookie points leader involved in something now. Caution waves for the second time today. We're nearing halfway. Let's take a look at another replay. Well, we just got word that Danica Shirley was not involved in this incident. She actually came down pit road to make a pit stop under green. But this is what the caution actually did come out for. It's going to be some contact right there between, I believe that was Margaret Mason turning around Rod Houston into Felix Harris. There you see Citadino, Richard Johnson get involved. Matthew Rodriguez gets turned around, makes some contact with Emilio Navarrete. Sky Commons just barely got through that. Houston, Mason, they both get the wall on that inside line, and everybody else just kind of, I don't know, they just kind of slide on down to the apron, and oh, here comes Anthony McCrory. I think he's going to nail the, yep, he nails the front of the Furniture Row Denver Mattress Chevy Silverado of Felix Harris. That's a pretty hard lick there for Anthony McCrory. And Felix Harris, man, if anybody in this truck series has had a streak of really, really bad luck, it's got to be Felix Harris. He at one point was the points leader in the rookie points, and now he has just fallen down through the standings. He's 9th coming into this race in overall standings, and he may drop out of the top 10 in points before all is said and done here today at Dover. We'll get ready to go back to green flag racing, this time on lap 14 of 20. Sean Galligan still out in front, damaged truck and all. Adam Chambers currently is in second. Third place, Christopher Martin. Dylan Young is in fourth, and James McLeod is in fifth. 28th, the lap down, is Nick Eggleston. But we got 6th place, Carter Keselowski. Stephen Pollard, the third's now moved his way up to 7th. Ryan Acosta, 8th. Jake Rogers, 9th. And Maggie Vidarbu is in 10th. 11th is Ron Bajaro Jr. Tony Blazer, 12th. 13th, Aiden Klein. 14th is Kyle... I'm sorry, no, not Kyle Sosnowski. I'm sorry. 14th is actually Derek Reed, because Sosnowski is 3 laps down. Barney Ward is 15th. Bob Jones, 16th. 17th, Chris Dollerton. Alex Tanker, 18th. 19th is Luke Walker. Andrew Gonzalez is in 20th. Skycom is 21st. 22nd, Richard Johnson. Danica Shirley is actually a lap down now. John Citadino is 23rd. 24th is Emilio Navarrete. Rod Houston, 25th. 26th, Margaret Mason. And Matthew Rodriguez is 27th, the last car on the lead lap. Drivers out after that incident that took place are as follows: Felix Harris and Anthony McCrory, I believe. So here we go, green flag in, ready to come back out. Sean Galligan trying to become a 3-time winner this season. Adam Chambers right behind him, though. He's been up in the top 3 all day long. He's looking for his first win of the season in the trucks, as Galligan will lead them into turn number 1. And, well, I'll tell you what, Galligan gets really good restarts. This is the second time that he's been able to kind of drive away from second place, but now it looks like Adam Chambers is going to try and reel him in. Whoa! Chambers got shoved into that corner by Christopher Martin, and Martin now is going to take the second position. Christopher Martin unceremoniously moving the 51 out of the way. Martin has a win this season. It came at his home track of Auto Club. He'd love to be able to win here at Dover and pick up his second win of the season. That would tie him with Sean Galligan for most wins this season in the Oreo Truck Series. Comes Dylan Young down to the bottom. This has been a guy who's really turned up the heat as of late. Dylan Young in the 84 currently comes into this race 11th in points as Dylan Young really has been putting together some good runs in the last few weeks. Right behind him, another driver who's had a good run at the beginning of the season, fell off, now trying to get back on track. That's James McLeod now in the third position. James McLeod 22nd in points and winless this season. We'll see if he can maybe get up here and battle with these guys for the lead as well. And another driver right now, according to our live points, has passed someone in the standings. Megan Vidarvu came in dead last in points. She has passed the driver she replaced, Rohit Vidarvu, in the point standings as of right now. Caution's out one more time here. And it looks like it was maybe for Danica Shirley, and it was with 3 laps to go. So now this puts the question, does this race end under caution? And if so, does Sean Galligan win this race? His third win of the season? I don't know. We may get back to green flag racing, or something could develop. You never know. I mean, that car has been damaged all race long. There could be something internal that could happen to the Blue Deuce before this race is over. We're going to take a look and see what happened to Danica Shirley to put us under the caution for what looks like it's going to be the final time today. Now, Danica Shirley, a bad day turns worse for the driver third in points as there was contact between Sky Commons' Rod Houston coming off turn 4. Houston then comes up, taps around the number 3 of Danica Shirley and spins her down along the front straightaway. I believe that car actually did get a piece of the inside retaining wall right there with the left front. Slides back up the racetrack, was running at the back of the pack, so no other drivers were involved in this. She's going to slide up and back it into the outside retaining wall as well, receive a little bit of damage to the back of her Coca-Cola Chevy Silverado. So, boy, drivers come in first, second, third in points, have certainly not been having a good day here at Dover. But one driver comes in the top 5 in standings. Sean Galligan may be in for yet another terrific day as he may take the checkered flag. We're going to head back as the white flag has now been displayed. Let's see if this race is going to end under caution. Lights are still on atop the pace car as the white flag was in the flagman's hand. Sean Galligan going to have to try to nurse it around for 4 more corners before he can pick up his third win of the season in the Oreo Truck Series. This, I don't want to cast, prophecies this early on, but Sean Galligan, if he does come around, take the checker, and get his third win of the season, that could be the lock-in for Galligan to be the first driver that will actually be in the Oreo Truck Series chase for the championship, because right now, it's looking like whether Galligan finishes top 10 in the points or not, he's got himself maybe in a prime position to get one of those wild card spots in the chase. So Sean Galligan, my goodness, what an unbelievable job. And Sean Galligan now, after today, provided he does get through turns 3 and 4, he could be trying to go for NNSCRA history. This win will tie him with Michael Harvey for most Oreo Truck Series win in a single season. That was Harvey that set it with 3 wins back in Season 1. If Galligan picks up his third win of the season here and he picks up yet another win later on this season, he will be the most wins in a single season record holder in the Oreo Truck Series. As he crosses the line, Sean Galligan wins the Lucas Oil 200 at Dover, his third win of the season in the Oreo Truck Series. Some people may argue he had the win handed to him after the hardship by Dom Capps. But Sean Galligan definitely did earn the win after he took the lead, because he had a damaged truck and he still was able to muster out enough speed to keep drivers such as Dylan Young and Adam Chambers and Christopher Martin in his rearview mirror. Unbelievable job by Sean Galligan. His third win of the season. Is there anybody that can stop this guy? He is just dominating here in the Oreo Truck Series. And you see that blue deuce in your screen right there? Not only is he the winner of this race, but we've gotten word, according to our live points, due to the hardships by Henley, Poti, and Danica Shirley today, Sean Galligan, who came in 5th in points today, is the current new points leader in the Oreo Truck Series. So Sean Galligan killing maybe 3 birds with 1 stone. Maybe clinching himself a spot in the chase, taking the points lead, and picking up his 3rd win of the season. Sean Galligan may have a date with destiny if he can pick up his 4th win of the season sometime in the future. That would have him be the highest winning driver in a single season in the Oreo Truck Series. Sean Galligan setting records right now, and he is, man, unstoppable it seems at this point. Take a look at our official finishing results for the top 10. Sean Galligan is the winner. Dylan Young going to finish in 2nd place, so we'll probably see him in the top 10 in points now. James McLeod, nice run for him, a well-needed finish for him in 3rd place. Maggie Vedaravu, she is now 42nd in points. She passed Rohit Vedaravu, the driver she replaced in the standings. First driver she's passed in points this season on a great 4th place finish. Ron Vajara Jr., what a great run for him. 36th in points, next to last in rookie points, and a nice top 5 for him. Tony Blazer, another great run for him. He came in 33rd in points. Hayden Klein, coming off his first career Snickers Cup Series victory. He'll get a nice 7th place finish today. In the 17, Ryan Acosta, what a nice run for him. He's been having a dismal season. He'll get 8th. Stephen Pollard III, I think he'll be in the top 10 in points now, as he ended up finishing today's race in 9th. And Carter Keselowski never fell outside of the top 10, even after he had that hard luck trying to get by the lap car of Nick Eggleston. He'll finish the day in a very impressive 10th place. So what an incredible race we had today, no doubt about it. Sean Galligan, 3rd win of the season, most of any driver so far this season, and only 1 win away from making Oreo Truck Series history and becoming the most winningest driver in a single season, to beat the record currently held by Michael Harvey. As a matter of fact, Sean Galligan right now is tied with Michael Harvey for that record. So I guess you could say right now he is a record holder, as he and Michael Harvey are co-leaders in most wins in a single season. Harvey having 3 in Season 1, Galligan now having 3 in Season 5. And ironically enough, both those drivers drove Dodges in the seasons that they are holding those records. Galligan here in Season 5, Michael Harvey drove the number 62 Dodge back in Season 1. So maybe there's something about Dodges here in the Oreo trucks. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the crew today. We got more Monster Mile racing coming your way with mobile and Snickers Cup Series action. Those will be coming up in the near future. Here comes your official finishing results, your overall points, your rookie points. We will see you guys next time here on the NNSCRA Sports Channel Offline Racing as Best. Sean Galligan becomes a 3-time winner in Season 5 here at the Monster Mile.
Thank you.